they unlock the doors for the people to come in that way ever? No.
Okay, I have them off.
Yeah, and then you give it up to Eric and skim off. What you can see.
Turn your camera off, brother.
That made me feel a little better.
There you go.
Was I showing up on your feed or what?
Yes, we're ready.
All right. We're going to start on time.
Got
3 minutes. I haven't turned it on. I turned it back on. Well, I said it, I told Daniel, I said, tell whoever you want to tell. Of course, he said he called the media people.
We haven't seen Eric.
That's why I'm walking that way to see.
Text her again and say, hey, where are you now? Good morning. If we could please have everyone move toward their seats. Good morning. Welcome to Auburn High School's National Signing Day presentation. I'm your athletic director, Dan Norton, and it is an honor to be part of an important moment for our student athletes. The mission of Auburn City Schools is to provide opportunities for our students to grow, develop, and excel by using athletics as a vehicle beyond the classroom to inspire, educate, and empower our students to be successful and productive citizens. To meet this mission, the athletic department oversees 40 sports and over 1,000 athletes in grades 7 through 12. Today, we're going to recognize some of those athletes. 24 of our seniors will be participating in today's signing day recognition as they choose to continue their careers beyond the walls of Auburn High School. Some of these athletes signed their letter of intent back in the fall, and some of these athletes will be signing today. We also have numerous athletes that will make their decision in the next few months about continuing their athletic careers beyond high school. To provide opportunities for our students in athletics, it takes a tremendous amount of teamwork. And before we get started, I would like to thank some of those that make moments like this happen. Our Mayor, Ron Anders, and the City Council for their support of Auburn City Schools. Dr. Herring and the school board for their support of all of our athletic programs. Dr. Pignato and our AHS administration team for their support of our students. For the teachers and counselors at Auburn High School who invest in our students. To our coaches, some of we presenting today, for the time they spend teaching the love of the game and sportsmanship. To our parents, thank you for allowing us to spend time and work with your children. To Coach Billy Ramsey for the presentation that you're going to see on the screen today. To our AHS mass media team for streaming today's presentation. And to our assistant athletic director, Jennifer Ferguson, who this morning I referred to as the wizard behind the curtain, because she keeps it all moving along. Student athletes, you may think this day is totally about you, but it's not. You would not be here without those people that I've mentioned and many of the people sitting in this room that I did not. Don't forget to thank them today. Thank them before you leave here. If they're not here, pick up the phone, send a text, and thank them for what they've done for you to get you to this point. You have an opportunity. Maximize that opportunity. Always give everything you have in the classroom and in the arena of competition. Leave nothing for regret down the road. I want to congratulate you on your big day today. We thank you for your effort, your sweat, your tears, your struggles, and for your successes that you brought to dear old Auburn High. We look forward to your future. I'm going to turn the podium over now to Coach Adam Bird with our girls golf.
Thank you. Good morning. And I just want to echo what Dan Norton said to everybody. What a wonderful day it is to see the culmination of so much work and dedication in our young people. Our parents who have sacrificed so much to ensure that your kids have it better than they did. Thank you. Thank you to our school system who has the necessary resources and amazing staff to give us such a wonderful day to celebrate. And finally, thank you, coaches, for pouring your lives into these young people, sometimes more than in your own children and families. Like teaching, coaching is a profound calling, not given out lightly. So today we have two student athletes, and I want to speak on this first one. This student athlete that we're signing first today exemplifies two words: determination and meekness. She is one of the hardest workers on the golf course, as well as one of the toughest critics of herself, always expecting the best and not satisfied until she achieves it. She can be one of the most joyful, happiest, most likely to laugh person, but when not performing at her best, the toughest to please. But her expectations to always be the best has paid off. Just this past year, she ranks third in Alabama in golf, ranks 275th in the junior golf scoreboard, a national ranking for the class of 2025. She finished in the top 10 in Alabama Girls State Junior Championship. She took third place in Alabama PGA Junior Championship. She has one top 10 finish in AJGA and two top 15 AJGA finishes. Finally, she has had two third-place finishes in SJTT and has competed on our state championship team 3 years in a row, helping us bring home a state runner-up one of those years. She is also an AP scholar, so also on the golf course and in academics, she expects and she achieves the best. Her drive to excel is unmatched, and her conscientious attitude impacts all others around her. She is caring, thoughtful, and most of all, kind. I'm proud today to say that I'm proud of her is an understatement, and we are excited to see what new accomplishments your future holds. She is signing today with Georgia State, and congratulations, Isha Gupta. If you really want to know someone's character, look at how they respond to things not going their way. In other words, play around a golf with them, because that is what golf is, a game that very often things do not go your way. I believe sports and competition were made for humans to not just experience pride in winning championships and reaching goals, but in the depths of humility to learn, grow, and develop. So one of my favorite stories of this next student athlete we're signing today happened years ago in her very first season as they're in her 7th grade year. It was her second major tournament of the season, and in the middle of the round, things were definitely not going her way, which is common in golf. The tears were there, the hanging of the head, the tone of disappointment. And I remember speaking to her and asking her if she wanted to keep going and finish or she wanted to go home. She simply sniffled a little and said with a solemn no. Now, I'm not sure what she shot that day, nor do I care. But what matters is that when given the option, she didn't quit. And that has brought her this. Just 1 year later, she was the first 8th grader I've ever coached to qualify for sub-state as an individual. She has helped our team win many first-place trophies. She has had several top tournament finishes herself. She has played on her school's team for the state championship for 3 consecutive years and has helped us bring home a state runner-up trophy one of those years. And this season, her senior year, we plan to bring home something even more. And now she sits before you about to sign a college scholarship in the hardest and most difficult game there is. The lesson from that 7th grader to who you are today is this. This next stage in life for all of you athletes is going to present you with far more disappointments and things not going your way than a round of golf. But how you respond makes all the difference. You can either pack it up and go home and quit, or you can keep swinging until you hole it out on the 18th, no matter the result. God, that great shepherd of the sheep, in his infinite wisdom, has planned incredible things for those who persist without exception. Congratulations, signing with Jefferson State Community College, Hannah Halverson. So next, please welcome our softball coach, Matt Hendricks.
I'm shorter than everybody else, so I gotta lower this thing. And then why did you put the science guy after the English teacher? Like, he's got all these eloquent speeches and pretty words, and I'm going to sit over here and talk analytically and probably bore you to death, but that's just kind of my job. We're blessed this year, and I don't really have a script. I found out years ago if I script something, I get really robotic, and you don't want to hear that. So we're really, really blessed this year that we have 3 very, very, very talented young ladies that are signing. And they've all been with us for over 5 years, working on their 6th at this point. And I've watched them work and watched them grow and watched them develop over time. And the first one that we're going to start with, she just finds a way to compete. You've got this weird thing as a coach, you have to figure your kids out. Like, some of them are analytical. They need data, they need input, they need drill work, they need constant kind of, hey, work on this, work on that, work on whatever. And then you have others that you just have to challenge all the time. The first one I have to challenge all the time. I have to find a way to push and push and push, even if it seems like I don't like her very much some days. And she knows exactly who I'm talking about. But really and truly, I love her because I love to watch a kid compete. And that's probably going to carry her farther than any drill or any situation we could put her in, is the fact that she is willing to compete over and over and over again. So to start things off today, signing to play at Florida International University, I'd like to welcome Daly also, bro. All right, again, kind of staying on that same theme, you have to figure your kids out, and they're different. And, you know, Coach Bird did a great job of explaining that coaching is a calling, but sometimes we have to figure out how stubborn do we want to be. And so, again, when you start to figure out your kids, you have to kind of look at what do they need. Well, the next one, she's the opposite. She loves to work. And she loves to do drills. And she loves to just sit there and analyze what she's doing. And I've watched that work ethic and that kind of tenacity to say, hey, I'm not doing this right, but I'm just going to do it and do it and do it and do it until I figure it out. Now, the funny thing is, she loves to work, but she's also a princess. And it's kind of becoming a running joke. And I told her, I said, hey, you can be a princess all you want because you work. Like, it's a weird thing that as coaches, we develop these kind of little niches and little relationships with our kids. And yes, I call her princess at least probably twice a day. Doesn't matter if she don't like the seams on the ball or if she's just not happy with something. It's just kind of become the go-to. But in reality, she's probably the person who keeps us going because she works and because she stays driven. She does it academically, she does it athletically. So signing to play at West Georgia, Abigail Helms. And I said we had three, and kind of before I get to the third one, because family's big with this one, all of these three actually have a little sister that plays with us too. So it's kind of one of those things where you get to know the families, you get to know the kids, you get to spend time with them, and the weird thing is you get to see how different two people from the same household can be. Because it's quite different that way too. The third one is nothing like the other two, and that's kind of what makes us who we are. She's gritty, she's tough, and she's probably one of the most accountable people I've ever met. She never wants to blame anybody else. She always is willing to take whatever she needs or do whatever she needs to do to get the job done. She's really gritty. I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to now. If y'all see the kind of dirty Columbia jersey that's up there, that's how hard she plays. And that's probably the best way to describe her. She's gritty, she's tough, she gets the job done. So she's also one of 7 kids. How many? 8. One of 8. And they're all tough. Little sister's tough too. So I'm very, very pleased to announce signing at AUM, Gracie Mason. And now I'm done talking, so this time I'd like to turn it over to our women's cross country coach, Miss Erica Skidmore.
Good morning. I would love to introduce you to one of our runners who began running in 7th grade, but it was in 8th grade when she decided to try out for junior high track and truly discovered her love for the sport. And from that moment on, her running just became her passion and a part of who she is. And it has been her constant, her teacher, and her source of strength through life's challenges. She shared with me that running has helped her through mental struggles and shaped her into the person she is today. Her junior year was her breakthrough season. Race after race, PR after PR, she found herself as a runner. And she will be the first to tell you she didn't do it alone. She credits her success to the unwavering support of her family, friends, teammates, and coaches who have all been there to push her, encourage her, and celebrate every step of her journey. She, on our team, is our silent, strong warrior. She leads not with words, but with her actions through her work ethic, her discipline, and her ability to push through even the toughest moments. She embodies what it means to be a great teammate and a competitor. We are so proud of you. Your legacy here at Auburn High will continue to inspire those who follow in your footsteps. And today, Valeria Escalera is signing with UAB. And with that, I will turn it over to women's swimming, Jeff Dellinger.
Get my notes. Nope. I'm not that short. Okay. So I have the pleasure of introducing you to one of my all-time favorite swimmers. I've known her family for going on 13 years now, and she's a huge part of our program. I coached her as a 7th grader. She was a 6-time state qualifier. She's probably as close to one of my daughters as any of my swimmers has ever been. Sorry, this is hard. I've known her for 12 years. Anyway, Blair is one of the hardest workers we've ever had. She's also, if you know her, she's one of our feistiest. Get in your face when she has an opinion. She wants to get out and let you know what's going on. She will challenge you as an athlete, as a teammate. She challenges me as a coach every day. I couldn't be more proud of her. To just give you a few of her accomplishments, she was a 3-time sectional relay champion. She was a 2-time state relay champ. She qualified for sectionals every year. She's been here since 7th grade. She qualified for state every year since she's been here. She was a 7-time state top 16, and she was a 2-time state top 8. I couldn't be more proud of her. If the words just can't express how I feel about her. She's easily one of the biggest leaders we have, and we're going to miss her like you can't believe. Blair's going to continue her swimming career at Lenore Ryan in Hickory, North Carolina next year, and welcome, Blair. Now I'd like to introduce women's basketball coach Courtney Pritchett.
All right. I think I have 45 minutes, Dan, is that what you said? To introduce one kid. So I'll share a story in my 45 minutes. We had a young lady to have to leave here because her dad was a coach at the university, and she went on. They had to move back to North Carolina. So it was Olivia Porter played here, was, just one of the best kids ever to play here, great personality. And when that happened, you worry about, kind of like, God, what's going to happen next? Like, there's not another kid that's like Olivia Porter in the world that's that great of a kid. And, we have great kids in our program, but we needed a scorer. We needed a great basketball player that was also a high character kid. And, so I'm praying for that. And a week later, out of the blue, in walks the family that's decided that they think they want to move from Eufaula to come here. And so, we show them around, and, anytime a family comes to visit, they leave and you go, it's probably not going to come. We don't know if that's going to happen. And, they call back, in the car and say, hey, we're moving. And so God sent to this program Brooke Hallman, and over 1,700 points later, 500 steals later, 500 assists later, North-South recognitions, Alabama-Mississippi game, hopefully, Gatorade Player of the Year recognition. After all that stuff, what God has given this program is a young lady that's a high character kid that loves the game of basketball, that loves her teammates, that criticizes my fashion, as well as she keeps you on your toes as a coach. When you coach kids that have really high basketball IQs and they know the game and they played it, you can't tell them anything. They know, what the game should look like and how it should be played. And, the legacy of this program, I tell the girls all the time, the legacy of this program and the standards of this program have to be met every day. And, Brooke Harmon does that while playing 2 other sports. And so this journey has not been, an easy one, and there were people that told you that you could not play Division I basketball. Well, daggone it, today you're going to sign and prove them wrong. And so I want to bring up Brooke Harmon, who's signing with University of North Alabama. All right, in the second half of my speech, I want to turn it over to Wild Bill Ferguson to do soccer, women's soccer.
Good morning, good morning. I'm just filled with so much gratitude to be here to celebrate, everybody that's here, all the family and the athletes. But I want to take a chance to thank, our leaders, right? An organization is only as good as its leadership, right? And Dan Norton, Jennifer Ferguson, you guys are class. We appreciate you so much. You guys are solving problems constantly, and, sometimes what we pay attention to grows, and sometimes it's all problems, but when you guys are such blessings to all of us, so thank you. Appreciate you. And I also want to thank and personally take a moment to express gratitude to my coaching staff. You guys are incredible. I love you. You're family. We do this together, and it's so much fun. It's one of the greatest joys of our life, and the reason that some of these kids are here are not only from their talents and their family sacrifice, but because of yours. So thank you. I do think it's cool. It is National Women's Sport Day, Women in Sport Day. So it's fun that we get to talk about 4 ladies that are part of this program and celebrate them. And there's a legacy that they're leaving behind. Years ago, we'd sign 1 or 2, maybe. This year we're signing 4, right? The path is clear. You guys are pioneers in setting the way for others to follow. And so it's a lot of fun to see you 4 continue your career after high school soccer. And we can't wait to see what unfolds for you. But for now, we're just going to get excited about this year. First athlete I want to talk about, Peyton Peanut Butter Bishop. She is one of the most humble human beings. She's always steadfast, like we rely on her constantly. She's got elite pace. When I talk about humble, like we're in the state final, and Peyton scores what would be the game-winning goal. And if you watch the video, Peyton just turns around. It's like, yeah, it's cool, man. Her teammates are in elation. Peyton's just like, yeah, we scored. But that is your temperament. You're always calm, right? You're always leading well. You work hard, constantly. You're open to feedback, and just a joy to coach. So the first athlete we're going to bring up here, Peyton Bishop, attending University of the Cumberlands, which was the NIA national champs last year. So this is a great program she's doing. Our second athlete, Sierra Minor, you have so much belief in yourself. Like, I mean that. You bet on yourself. And to see the confidence that you display, even going through tough things, right? Like, you know, recovering from surgery, just the calmness and poise, even as recent as yesterday, just watching you on the ball. And it's just so much calm, so much belief in your ability. And man, it's so cool to watch you develop over the past 3 years to see where you're at and see where you're going to continue to grow. And I'm pumped that you're going to be playing after this year. We're so excited to have you, and we're going to be really pumped when you're full force. And I know we're in that process right now. But just want to acknowledge, right, that confidence is the number one variable in human performance. When you continue to bet on yourself and believe in yourself, man, you're only going to continue to rise. So it's with great honor that I acknowledge our second athlete who will be signing with William Peace University, Sierra Minor. The third female soccer player, Claire Napper. Claire, you are like joy constantly, right? Just watching you play for sure. But let me tell you this, to watch every one of your teammates to improve around you, not only as a player, but as a person, because of the infectious joy that you bring to others. Man, it's an absolute gift. No matter what you do, I know you're playing soccer, and that's what we're here to talk about, but I know you're a phenomenal basketball player as well. When you grow up and you work, like, people are going to support you and want to be around you because you attract others, right? You are absolutely madly talented. One of my favorite moments that sticks out was 2 seasons ago. We are in the Southern Shootout, which we'll be attending tomorrow, and you cut the ball back on top of the edge of the box and hit an absolute bomb. And it shook the frame, but my most favorite moment of that is it happened to be in front of our guys team who were preparing to warm up, and just the eruption that ensued after that as you were a young player at that moment. And to see, like, even people that are not on your roster cheering for you, right? Because you're good to others, you build people up, you are constantly responsible for the temperature of the room, which is really important, right? When you walk in and make life better for others, that is only going to manifest in ways that you can't even tell yet. So we're so pumped to see what you continue to do, right? This season's going to be fun. I know you've worked really hard and improved many aspects of your game, and it shows. But we're really excited to watch this year, and it's with great pleasure that we announce Claire Napper, who's signed for Tennessee Tech University, Division I women's soccer.
The daddy standing.
Last and certainly not least for our women's soccer program, Addison Yates. Addison, I shared a few of these words with you the other day, but I do think it's important to point out to others that are listening and watching. 2 years ago, we were preparing to go to the state Final Four. We're in the middle of a training session, and Addison goes down, and just a misstep, weird circumstance, and that's usually how ACLs are, right? And the women's sports, something that we prepare for and try to reduce, but unfortunately it's a part of the game that we wish we could eliminate altogether. This happens in April, which is a tough time, right? It's the end of the season right before we're going to some important games, and to watch your response to that, guys, it's a blueprint. Right, it really is. It takes about a full year to be yourself again, to completely recover after that. So we're talking, this April of last year till we're feeling 100%. And I have the pleasure of having 3 kids who play soccer at all times everywhere in the world, it seems like. So when I'm out at the fields, this is just the Wire Soccer Complex. I would see Addison at night alone, working, right? Speed ladder, ball sessions, speaker pumping, just working alone, right? Making the quiet sacrifice to get better and to get back to where she was and beyond to where you were, right? And it's been so cool to watch that because you kind of have 2 choices in life, right? You can feel sorry for yourself, right? Or you can get up and do the work and get there, and you chose the latter, right? And it's been so cool and so rewarding to see you do that, because not everybody can. It is tough. It is tough to be where you want to be and then to have a setback like that, but you've handled that well. And as I told you the other night, that is not only in this game, but in life. When you can respond to adversity with that type of character, ultimately you can tackle anything. So it's with absolute pleasure that I announce Addison Yates, who'll be playing here locally at Southern Union State Community College. Come on up. right, that concludes our women's program. Now we're going to shift to the men's side. I'm going to introduce the men's soccer coach. Hello, my name is Bill. This athlete, Joel, man, you know, I think you're about the same size when you're here in junior high. But when you came back, I think every year there was like, hey, Joel's coming back this year, right? Like every year somebody told me that. But last year Joel moved back, and he's just been like an absolute anchor for us on the team. And I mean that for sure as far as technical ability and passion and competition, but also, man, your demeanor. Like people are easy around you. Right? When people are around you, like people are laughing and enjoying themselves because of you. You have a great sense of humor, but you also balance that with a like relentless drive. I'm gonna say some words that may bring some fear to some of you in attendance. We run this fitness test called the Man United Fitness Test, and this is the Premier League level fitness test. So this is what at the highest circuit, this is what the professionals run to assess their assessment. A couple weeks ago, Joel finishes 1, which means you're in elite shape, all right? So he finishes 1, takes a sip of water, lines up for the second round, finishes the second one. This is two Man Uniteds in a row. This is miles and miles of running sprints, variable sprints. Like VO2 max is through the roof. 2's over, Joel lines back up for 3. It's insane. It's insane, guys. And I'm going to tell you, man, like that type of drive, I watched several players just come with you. Well, I watched my son watch you do that and believe that he could. He was crazy for thinking that, but my friend, you inspire beliefs in others, right? You have grown. Even within a year, your ability has grown. You are Brexit king. You scored the only La Bicicleta I've seen in a game at our school. You are just joy to watch, joy to be around. Joel, the Mountain Montez, come on up. He's going to University of West Alabama. All right, I'm going to turn it over to baseball and Auburn legend, Tommy Carter. Come on up, man.
All right, I guess I'm the tallest here, so I'm going to try to get this to where we can, everybody hear me okay? All right. It's a privilege and an honor to introduce to you 2 great young men that represent Auburn High School baseball. We've had we've been blessed with many talented players each and every year, and they're nothing short of the talent that we've had in the past, and can't thank enough for their families and parents, the time you put into them, the many hours, and help them develop in the game. We tell them every day, it's a game. Have fun. We get to do something we do each and every day that we love. I want to go ahead and thank Coach Norton, Ms. Ferguson, for your hard work. Auburn City Schools, the City of Auburn, Dr. Herring, the central office, always supporting us and supporting these young men. We can't thank them enough. And I surely do appreciate it. This first young man is a beast, Coach Etheridge. I kept telling him he could have played some football for you. He would have, I think he would have knocked some people back off the line or whatever he decided to play. But he's got the pitcher's body. Unfortunately, he had an unfortunate arm injury this past summer, UCL surgery, and he's rehabbing from that. He's going to be a leader in the dugout for us and rehabbing with us, still part of the team and doing things for us and helping his teammates get better each and every day. We're excited about that. One memory I love to kind of give him a hard time about is when we did the hurdle little drill outside in the mornings. We haven't done it this year. And just it's about, I don't know, 40 or 50 young men have gone down on this drill, but he went down hard. He's a big guy, as I mentioned, and heard earthquake going as he's doing hip rotation. His heel or something, and he landed right on his buttocks, and it probably did not feel good, but I give him a hard time about that every day. He remembers that as well. Just excited. He made a turning point this past season. I knew he was going to be something special when we were down in Baker and playing, I think it was against Alma Bryant. It could have been against Baker, and he just had to get a really good start, throwing his curveball, first pitch strikes, fastball, changeup, working, makes the pitching coach look really good. And just from there, he developed to be probably, it could be an argument that he probably could have been if we were to name a number one pitcher last year, he could have came to the front and been number one. We had three really good ones, two were seniors in front of him. If we was only on 3 days rest, if he wasn't on 3 days rest, it probably would have been a good chance that he would have started against Central that middle of the week. But he was coming off 3 days rest, so I didn't want to take that chance. But I'm just excited for him. I'm going to be praying for him, the quick recovery for UCL, and he's going to be a very huge asset at Southern Union State Community Colleges. I want to introduce you to Harrison Geiger. All right, this next young man we're equally excited about this year. Going to be playing some center field for us and going to be pitching for us. Just came off at the beginning of last season, just started off just on fire and pitching for us and hitting the ball well, and got to the point where we nominated him for the AHS All-Star team. Unfortunately, did not get picked, but it's an honor to get nominated for that position. Quiet leader, just goes about his business, does the right things, and each and every time excited to see what's in store for him in the future. I want to introduce you to Will Watley, attending Central Alabama State Community College. All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And again, I just want to wish both of these young men the very best. Stay laser focused. You got good things coming ahead for you. And I want to introduce the true legend, football coach at Auburn High School, Keith Etheridge.
All right, I'm not going to keep everybody here long. First of all, I'm going to thank some people. Really want to say congratulations to all the people, all the young men and women signing here today. Truly a huge accomplishment. You know, these kids dream about this their whole career, working hard to get to this point, and congratulations. You know, it's here. So congratulations to all you guys and girls. Also, I want to thank some people. Want to thank, Dr. Herring, our superintendent, who's always there, been a huge support. Dr. Pignato, our principal, another unwavering support for athletics here at Auburn High School. Dan Norton, Jennifer Ferguson, our athletic directors, Dan, our head athletic director, Jennifer, the assistant athletic director, do an amazing job. All the coaches on staff, I see a lot of the football coaches out here, all the other sports, we are blessed to be able to coach these young men, young women, and we're grateful to you parents for allowing us this opportunity to be a part of this, not only to coach them, but to be a part of this type of thing, because you truly get to see, the families and all the smiles and all the things that they have worked for their entire career come to fruition with these things. First of all, I want to say a couple of things about this senior group. Unbelievable group, and you'll probably hear me use selfless when I talk about a lot of these guys. We had a group of seniors this year, 31 guys. Smallest group of seniors we've had since I've been here. Maybe one of the most talented groups, great group of seniors. 31 guys. Out of 31 guys, we started doing our academic stuff. And out of 31 guys, 28 of our 31 had over a 3.0 or better. So with this, and I think with this senior group, a lot of the success was because of that. Very smart young men, and that's with our younger groups too. Very smart young men can do a lot of things with those guys, and they just took coaching unbelievably. At the end of the year, we finished the year 10-1. Had one game that was canceled in the year because of weather. We won the region, which hadn't been done in a while here. Was ranked top 25 nationally at one point. So unbelievable accomplishment there. And just tons of accolades. 3 guys in the North-South All-Star game, 3 guys in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game. So just a huge accomplishment for this senior group. I'm going to talk about 3 guys. Okay, there's 3 guys that's not signed today because they signed earlier. First one, Matthew Gibbons. He signed with Grove City College. Matthew got a lot better as the year went on. Had an opportunity to go and play at Grove City College and sign with them early. The next one's LaMichael Gunn, who's already at Liberty University. Working for a starting spot there. He played corner for us. Was an unbelievable player. And the last one, Caleb's here somewhere. Where's Caleb at? He's got to be here somewhere. Caleb Pitts over here. Caleb, stand up, Caleb. Stand up. Caleb's already signed early. He's signed with App State. Caleb played in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game. The quarterback that signed with Auburn. You kind of watch Caleb chase him down, force him to throw an interception, cause a fumble against him in that Mississippi-Alabama game. Caleb's had a tremendous career here at Auburn High School, and we appreciate everything he's done. Congratulations, Caleb. Okay, I'm gonna bring these guys up one at a time. First of all, the the first guy I'm going to talk about is he was our quarterback. Unbelievable leader. I get choked up when I start talking about these guys. Unbelievable leader. Fantastic young man. Got hurt game 2 last year, broke his collarbone about mid-third quarter. Continued to play the entire rest of the game with a broken collarbone. We thought it was a separated AC, got x-rays, the thing was broke completely in half, had to have screws, plates put in his junior year. Came out his senior year, guy only completed 77% of his balls, through 24, 25 touchdowns and like 2 interceptions, and one of them was at the end of the half, we're just trying to throw one deep. So he had an unbelievable career for us, and I got another story I was going to tell about him, but we got him a jersey like coming in his freshman year because we had a little incident, and but some of you parents may know who Paul Crew is off the longest yard. Well, Jackson practicing the Paul Crew jersey the first couple of days of practice. And Jackson's a great sport, so we pick at each other and tease at each other, and Jackson is the first to crack on me about anything that's out of place with me, so I give it right back to him. But first one I'm going to introduce is Jackson Kilgore, and Jackson's signing with West Florida. Also, I know some people have said this already, but some of the athletes probably need to stay around, talk to the media and stuff after we're done. They'll probably want to talk to a couple of you guys. So take pictures, or if y'all want to come up here with other parts of the family and take pictures, that'd be awesome. Next guy, big guy, anchored us down up front. We had 3 amazing seniors up front for us, and all 3 could play college football. We have one that, Clem Womack decided he didn't want to play college football. He was going to go to Troy, and he's on a full ride academically, so he decided he just want to go finish school. But all 3 of these guys could play and could play at the highest level. This guy is, kind of close to my heart. I pushed him really, really hard. All of our coaches pushed him really hard because we knew how good he could be. Just an unbelievable young man. Worked tirelessly. Even when he wasn't here working, he was somewhere else working, and it's paid off. He's developed into an unbelievable player. Played in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game. Snapped all year, graded out over 90%, and never had a bad snap all year. And that's saying a mouthful because that's a lot of snaps. He's going to play at UV Wise. Here we got Hugh Bottlefield.
Didn't get that wing this year.
All right, next guy's another guy that's signing with UVYs. We have 3 guys signing with UVYs. They came down here and got some really good football players. I think they're signing like 12 guys out of the state of Alabama this year, which is unbelievable. We got 12 guys signing out of 31 seniors, which is an unbelievable amount. I've been coaching 25 years, and percentage-wise, this is probably one of the best years, and that's really tough to do now because of all the transfer portal and all that stuff is crazy with high school kids. A lot of these kids have to go places, prove themselves before they get scholarship opportunities. But this guy, tremendous work ethic, just unbelievable young man, can do a lot of different things. We're out there on the football field and he'll come up and he'll be like, "Coach, I got to leave a little bit early today." And I'm like, "Why?" "Oh, I got to go show choir." So the guy's so well-rounded though. Unbelievable kid, great in the classroom, can do a lot of different things. Kyle King. It's always nice when he's got 2 brothers coming behind him too. All right, next guy. We're working to find him a spot. He had a good bit of offers. We wanted to find the right spot for him, and yesterday we got a phone call, and it was exactly where he wanted to be. Got some teammates there. So this kid's completely selfless. Hurt his knee like right at the end of the season, and did an amazing job of rehabbing to get back so he could play in the playoff games. Like I said, can't say enough about his leadership. He was one of our captains this year. A lot of these guys were. We got Michael Foster is going to UVYs also. All right, this next guy is my Christian McCaffrey, my guy that can do anything. You may see him playing wide receiver one play. You may see him playing running back one play. You may see him returning kicks. He did a lot of different things for us. At one point in the season, we started looking at it about 4 or 5 games in, and I was, our offense coordinator said, "Hey, we got to Charlie's got to get more touches. You know, you understand, he's scoring a touchdown every 3 times he touches the ball. For every 3 times he's touching the ball, he's scoring touchdowns. So, you know, which is an amazing statistic. You know, Charlie is a young man whose character is second to none. You know, works tremendously hard and is going to do an unbelievable job at Saginaw Valley State University. And Charlie Ward. And you can tell you're in the weight room because you're about to bust out of that shirt right there. Mike, you getting them right over there, huh? Huh? All right, guys. Next guy's another one of those offensive linemen that I was telling you about earlier. You know, he had multiple offers, didn't know what we were going to do. You know, this weekend he's taking a trip to Alabama A&M. He stops at UAB on the way to Alabama A&M for overnight at UAB. You know, they offer him that morning, Saturday morning. So we talked, and his mom, Miss Carter, was like, I said, what do you want to do? She said, oh, we're done. You know, so he committed to UAB that Saturday morning. Aiden Platt is going to the University of Alabama Birmingham. Aiden knows that all the coaches love him because he broke down in a complete body cramp, and I had 5 coaches on 5 different parts of his body rubbing him down. And we got pictures to prove it. This is another young man. And you talk about blessings and getting to coach kids. He moved back here. He was here in middle school. His dad came and coached our DBs this year. Peyton moved back here, you know, this year to play his senior year. He was here, like I said, in the 7th grade, played middle school ball. Just a young man, 1,000-yard receiver, return kicks, do everything. And one of the quietest, most humble kids I've ever coached. Most kids with his kind of talent, you know, will do a little yapping, a little talking, and you could. It's great because he would compete against the best at every camp or whatever, and they could sit there and talk, and all you do is see Peyton just grin and just go and put the work on those kids. And unbelievable young man, and he's signing with Georgia Southern. Peyton Platt. All right. This next guy, you know, you're not gonna look at him and say, this kid's a college football player. You know, you're just not you're not gonna walk by him in the hallway and say, that kid plays football. You wouldn't even think he played it in high school, you know. But I'm gonna tell you this, you know, dynamite comes in small packages. That's right. And this kid's one of the best deep snappers, you know, in the Southeast, one of the top in the nation. You know, his times of getting it there is fast, and he will get down. And I told him if he played linebacker for us and he made tackles, we would have to have a 30-second window in between every play where he could celebrate, you know, because he gets real fired up, you know, anytime he makes a tackle on the rundown. So the next young man's Brady Reeder, and he's signing with Shorter University. Record-breaking year here at Auburn High School in football, and this last guy broke a lot of records. You know, he's a young man who decided to forego his senior year, you know, and usually, you know, when I talk to kids and, you know, they're talking about doing something like that, I would say, you know, that's probably not a good idea. You know, you probably need another year to you know, develop and get better. You know, sometimes it scares you not only physically, but mentally for a kid to make that transition that fast. With this kid, you know, all I could say was, you know, hey, you can do it. You're ready. You know, because he is mentally, physically. The kid is a beast on the field. He is an absolute winner in the classroom. He's a great leader. You know, he has everything that it takes to be a high level, you know, college football player. He's going to be remembered as one of the best to ever come out of Auburn High School. Broke the rushing record, broke the touchdown record, you know, did all that stuff in his junior season. And he's going on to play at Auburn University, and Omar Madison. Again, congratulations to all the athletes. Make sure if you're an athlete to sign, you may want to stay and talk to the media. Love y'all. Go Tigers. Here's Coach Norton.
All right, really quickly before we leave, athletes, if you sign today, if you can come over here so that media can speak to you, I would appreciate that. Parents, And athletes, if you would like the PowerPoint presentation, you can contact the athletic office or contact Coach Ramsey directly to get that. Goodbye. Everybody seems to be up, so we'll see you later.